Hi, we're the girls from Cuckoo's Cuisine. I'm Joanne.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Kelly.
And welcome back to our phyllo solutions,
Leftover
phyllo
phyllo
solutions. We're going to do something today that's called our breakfast bundle. And we're going to use our phyllo. Today we have like our Condos number 10 phyllo that we're using, but you could also use a number 4 or number 5 phyllo. And
So that's what we're using.
And depending on which one you use, you could use 1 sheet, 2 sheets, depends, right? So for our number 10, we're only going to use the 1 sheet. And so we're starting off, I cooked some bacon earlier, and we are cooking some hash browns here. So I'm going to chop up the bacon. Kelly's going to get ready with the phyllo. And when you're working with phyllo, it's really, really important to cover it with a damp towel.
Keep it from drying out.
Right.
Phyllo dries out quickly.
Right. And it's not that hard to work with phyllo so long as you keep it pliable and it doesn't crack. Okay, so we're going to chop this up into little bits. So it's basically like bacon bits. And then when we're all done wrapping it up, we're going to add it. We're going to put it on our sheet, a baking sheet, and then we're going to put it in the oven and let the phyllo. So this is, we actually cooked our hash browns in the bacon fat because that gives it the best flavor. And so I'm going to chop this up. Jackie, how are you doing over there?
Good. So I'm just gonna scramble up some eggs, but we're gonna season them a little bit. So add some ground pepper. What's that?
Phyllo is ready whenever you all are.
Awesome.
And then a pinch of sea salt.
Okay, we may not need all of this, but we're just going to demonstrate one bundle.
May I?
Yes, you can get started there. Okay, now you want to add this before your eggs really, really start to cook. So I'm going to add the bacon, and we're going to add some hash brown. Okay, that looks like it's about enough. And then we're also going to add some spinach to this dish. As she scrambles that up, good. Now we're going to add the spinach because the spinach will wilt a little bit. That looks like it's about enough spinach.
After the spinach wilts, we can toss in the feta. And then it'll be ready to fill up our phyllo.
Looks like it's almost there.
Okay, so we're done with these guys. Let's get these out of the way.
Yeah, it's important to clear your workspace as quickly as you can.
Yeah, because you're going to need space to work on the phyllo. So we have here, this
that's
is
pretty good.
14 by 18 inch sheets.
Add some feta cheese.
And because this is number 10, you don't need to use as many sheets. If you have, let's say, number 4 or number 5, you can add a couple more sheets.
Okay, that's enough. We don't want to cook this all the way through.
Because it's going to cook in the oven.
Right. So
Okay.
let's get our first.
Okay, so get your first
Sheet of
sheet of
phyllo.
phyllo.
Sometimes it's hard getting it apart. So you could see that this number 10 is pretty thick. So we don't need more than 1 for this particular one. And we're going to brush this with our extra virgin olive oil. And it's important to even get your edges so that it doesn't dry out. Okay?
So, do you want to
I think we're going to put an extra one.
An extra one? I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. So since we're doing 2 sheets of number 10, if it's a thinner sheet, like a 4 or a 5, I would do like 3.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't, because you're going to roll it, you're going to fold it over, and no one's ever going to see it.
But you should brush as quickly as you can.
Make sure you have your oven preheated, because as soon as you're done wrapping this up, it's going in.
Right, okay, Jackie?
Now just keep in mind also that if you want to make this ahead, you don't want to eat it right
We're
away.
gonna pour it right here.
You can-
let's just pour it in.
So if you want to do this ahead, you'll do exactly as we're doing here, but you will not bake it. Once you fold it and roll it, you can put it in an airtight Ziploc bag or freezer bag, put it in the freezer, and it'll last up to a month. So whenever you're ready, it can go directly from the freezer to the oven. Just add on another 5 minutes for baking.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
look
want
how
it to
cool
look
that looks.
just like that. And then we're gonna fold it once this way. And we're gonna
You want to put like some oil on that so
Yeah,
it
let's put
sticks.
some
The oil helps it to stick so it doesn't open up. There you go.
okay. And then we're gonna fold it this way.
Let's keep the oil over here.
Okay, like that.
And then you want to put some more
A little
oil
more.
on. There's got to be oil in between each sheet.
And olive oil is so healthy for you.
So fold it over gently.
If you just pick it up by the corners, it'll just fold over really nicely. And what you
And
want
you
to
got
do,
like a little burrito.
you have a little burrito there, and what you want to do is you want the seam side to stay down. And we're going to brush the whole thing now with olive oil. Jackie, do we have a pan for this?
And you're going to put it in an ungreased pan, and it's going to go right in the oven.
Put it down like that. And we're going to finish brushing.
Make sure you get the ends.
Yep, you want the ends so that they don't get left out.
Yeah. Okay. And that's ready to go.
And that's ready to go. Here's what our little breakfast bundle looks like.
And we'll be back as soon as it's baked.
And we're back to show you our breakfast bundle right out of the oven. So we let our phyllo get nice and golden brown, and then we brushed on top with some olive oil to give it a nice shine.
Caliorexi.
Caliorexi.